Shinzao and Rel as your front line, Azir and Jin as your backline carries. Relatively straightforward. A little low damage until the Azir and Jin come online, worth noting. So if the early game goes really wrong, they may end up having to play the mid game quite passively. Nautilus locked in. There's your single target. That'll set up a reset for Neferi. Nautilus ult someone. Talia, MF, Neferi, Jax all pounce on him. They have a horrible time, is the idea. When does I ever remember who's allegedly better than who? Yeah, I mean that too. Right, let's listen to the Jayos. Hope we get some. Where's my coffee? I look like a Final Fantasy character. I'll take it. I need some more buckles and a big sword. One who knows nothing can understand nothing. This world has been connected, tied to the darkness. That's Kingdom Hearts, but you know, close enough. I see, Chris, you're in 2 chats at once. My multi-chatter. A singular chatter. Last day at work for the summer. Then you get my Prime and you can get pizzas for breakfast. Oh, thank you, Hot Wheels. Appreciate it. Pizzas for breakfast. That's probably a good band name, actually. Did Sam collect sheepskin and wearing it as a wig? Yeah, that's exactly what I did. No, this is my natural hair. I normally keep it under control. Today I didn't bother. What is occurring on the rift today? Decide we're going to be scouts for a second or two. LP and Jewel looking to go forwards. Lost the race to level 2 of OMG. And Emma Frost is my wife. I mean, that's what I like. She's mine. So, don't know who you're talking to. Led Zeppelin, Zussy. There is a bit of that. There is a lot of Robert Plant energy going on right now. There's a lady who's sure all that's bot lane is gold, and they're climbing the stairway to Challenger. How's that? Alrighty then, hang on. Deadly Flourish. Flourish! Excuse me, Sam, you were showing too much chest to be this category. Can we move to pools? Hot tubs and beaches, please? Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Hang on, I need to change scenes. No, I don't. I need to tab over there and see the game properly. Oh, nightmare. There we go. No! Come back to me. Full game screen. There we go. There's an engage down the bot lane. Didn't really lead to all that much. Looks like the coffee is working. That's true. Where's the hairy chest? I mean, it's kind of there. I'm just only mildly hairy. Sorry about that. Not hirsute enough for full 80s. I have questions. Amber? No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't worry about it. We've got the most serious game in League of Legends today, and I'm dressed seriously for the occasion. Bit of a rotation up top sides. Because Grubs is spawning in a minute or so. Some ate too much sugar and is jumping around. I haven't done that one yet. Where's my coffee? Here you go, mate. Come back to me, coffee. Here's to you. The hell is that? It's me. Hey, baby. How we doing? It's style, Mom. You wouldn't understand. I just clicked in there, by the way. Hey, Cubby. Good to see you. How's life? Can you smell what Grumpy Seraph is cooking? So, we've got the greatest matchup in League of Legends today between our two best teams in Nirvana. So I've dressed up for the occasion, Clubby, is the answer. So I'm ready for the spectacle. No one's pulled the trigger yet. I kind of dressed up like this, ready to go full wrestling / 80s rockstar on this. And it's not happened yet. I wonder if Starry considered his idea as Starry Jerry before he won an LTE North. That would be great. Starry Jerry, I would be down. I've not got a mustache, Trevor. I'm hoping we never end up there. That would be a bad day to be me. Alright, Shafan should claim at least 2 of these grubs. Hangers around. Smite for Hung, not for Shafan, but they go to the hook. Gonna make it land. Pull back into the wrestling ring, and he's thrown 16 feet into the announcer's table. It's not Mankind, but he wishes he was. Hell in a grub pit cell comes fruition, baby. By God, he's broken in half. Yeah, Alex at LEC me say he can't stop me, so I'm here. I'm in the X, I'm in the Mercy, I'm in the office. I will never financially recover from this decision to buy this wig. So many angry ghouls. Ah. I can imagine the stash being like one of those craft beer brewers. Oh no. Yeah, move around a bit. There we go. It's actually less comfy sitting that way. Oh, there we go. It's more like it. Mecha with the 50 gift subs. Mecha fanboy, you were won. Thanks, Mecha. He's paying for the tour, guys. That's why I've got my own RV. Mecha fanboy is my manager. You heard of him? He's like he manager and owns the record label, dude. He's got us a record deal. Pretty radical. Got this new track coming out called Mecha Fanboy is a Real One. What a G. Goes a little like this. Mecha Fanboy, he's a real one. What a G. It's gonna be a hit. Inspired lyrics. Yeah, I think so. Meanwhile, Famous Mouse coming back to me from the same name rights. That would be great. Oh, man. Especially if other company would get involved. Yeah, it'd be fun. They got Alex to wear this. He doesn't need to. He's got his hair at this length already. We have actually done this for charity before. I'm not even joking. But the last time I did this, there was electrical tape involved, and it was a mistake. I had patches. Awful. Awful. But it was for charity. And so it was a worthy cause. We earned a few hundred pounds in a really small little Bunnelux charity stream. It was a great time. Yeah, it wasn't great. There's probably a clip of it out there somewhere. Just for charity. Slightly more flamboyant shirt. But this is all what I could find this morning. Alright. Actual bit of game analysis before we go back to the silliness. LNG have actually got a really good setup right now. They've got an early kill. They've gotten 3 grubs and a dragon. Very good start here. Of course, it's Xiaofeng with the kill, which is a big deal. So you've got your new jungler who is coming in against his former team, no less, who kicked him. For Hang. Wildly. Oh dear. Well, that was unfortunate. Well, you're now playing a 4v5 around Grub, so we do 0 chickens for Dragon into 1 bot laner for Dragons. -1 bot laner for Dragons, rather. Guys, you just don't understand. OMG are like... Hang on, I'm thinking. I know what they're like. They're like avant-garde, bro. You heard of that genre? Avant-garde. Avant-garde. That's how I pronounce it. Avant-garde. It's like this crazy idea where if you don't know what you're doing, then no one knows what you're doing, and so no one can stop you. I think it's genius. I think you're going places. Nirvana, bro. Transcendental down here. He's not here. Yo, I want to get popcorn and came back to fucking gifted sub. Oh, thank Mecca. He's been looking after us. Welcome, Cubby. Nice to have you in here. See, Advanta Carter. They're gonna go for the engage. Oh my god. Beautiful. Actually, genuinely very nice dive. Nice work. And important. Because they needed to get value out of the grubs, despite losing a member, by the way. They had 4v5 and still got the 3 grubs. That's almost impressive. I hope that today is a downfall of Hightower so I can get a team for third split 3. We shall see. Harry! Just dies. Had a bad time there. This Neferi is going to do despicable things. We are going to see this Neferi absolutely ruin OMG's day. I think unless you get Neferi to misuse the W and land like a deadly flourish into an Empress Divide, the Fury's just gonna run all over you. Especially because she's not the only person you have to worry about. I mean, within relative bounds, right? But like, this Talia and MF are just fine as well this game. I don't know, guys. Maybe I need to grow my hair out. Is this the way forwards, chat? Should I wear this for real? My jawline has never looked better than with this hair. Well, a wig offers adaptability. Yes, obviously, it's a look. Never take it off. Correct choice. Trying to think of which 80s English rock band this hair puts you in. Led Zeppelin, there's vibes of. There's a certain amount of, not Thin Lizzy, though. Yes, Thin Lizzy. Who did pour some sugar on me? Def Leppard. Def Leppard, that's a good shout. I'm waiting to try and do pour some sugar on me parodies. We just need to find an appropriate moment. We've got a dragon coming up. Okay. I've got some lines prepped. See whether they'll fit or not. That's my worry. Aerosmith had that hairstyle. Yes, they did. There is a Steve Tyler energy here as well. Right, dragon started. Are we going to fight this? It's a bit late. Here we go. Pour some sugar on bot in the name of dogs. There we go with the house pursuit. Ow! Get that one too. Weaver's Wall comes on down to me. Anyway, here's Weaver's Wall. Today's gonna be the day that they're gonna break it down to mid. I'm glad you found a way to make these matches fun. Like, look, there's no way we're playing this. There's no way I'm casting this seriously by myself. We're gonna have some fun with this. Legitimately, though, Xiaofeng has come into LNG and given them some much-needed coherency. That's the word I'm going to use. He's a go button. He pairs up with Zucker well. It means LP and Haichao don't have to do all the heavy lifting. They can just follow up and be good secondary people. Good news. Wei and Photic, enjoy your vacation? Yeah, kind of. Right, we go back towards the Herald. You wanted the best, you got the best. The hardest river in the world. Top side. I'm gonna have so many 80s references by the time we're done. Man, this Nautilus, this Jax, good grief. Forgot the name of the champion for a second, is decidedly beating the Yorick right now, which is really problematic. That's a first pick Yorick. I still think OMG can win this. They got the better comp. Yeah, for sure. Or rather, their comp is more coherent come about 30 minutes. I think the problem is LNG's comp in the mid game is really, really, really strong at like this point in time. And they're already ahead. What a wonderful Herald. Chat, I think OMG might be cooked. Oh. At least it's distracting me from a stressful day I'll be having. Oh, Amber, I'm sorry. Hope things go alright. So good luck. I hope the vet stuff goes well. I hope the mock exam goes well. Difficult to be serious in this getup, but hopefully that adds some poignancy to an otherwise extremely unserious outfit. Where's my necklace? Go in that direction. There we go. Much better. No, that's the wrong way. Here we go. We have a minute and a half until Dragon. Probably our next big thing. Where even the hell are we right now in terms of items? Well, the issue is that this misfortune is going to be 2.5 items, very happily. Yikes. Starry's going to be stuck going towards a rapid fire. Watch it be Hurricane Jin. Ready for the Ruin's Hurricane Jin? Rock you like a hurricane! Hey Vasu, good to see you. Something is off about my stream. I'm not sure what. I mean, there's nothing different here today. Very normal. New glasses. Oh, that might be it. It's true. It's true. Okay. Hang on. That might be a good pick-up. OMG. OMG. Drop. Can't flash anywhere to safety. Flash. Ah. Won't save of the jungler. Dun, 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 dun. Flash. Ah. There's dogs chasing after me. This is the kind of sound I would make when the Fury running after me like that. I am the water in your walls, says Basu. Why not fight MF? Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. Well, there goes Atakan. This dog breed needs batting. Yeah, the Fury's just really strong, guys. My stream's got that dog in them. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. You ain't no friend of mine. Alex can come back and be like, yeah, look, we're doing this for the first series. I don't think we'll do it for the second. We'll see. That was an experience of all time. Sure, kind of went all over the place. And this flash was a bit sad. Righty then. Hi, Chow. Might get something here. Alright, flash away. Hook out. Nicely done. Bone gets nothing. It's on his rel as well. It's his most famous champion star. He gets knocked up into the air. But he ain't no star. I'm the star. I don't know why I said he went West Country on this one. I watched Hot Fuzz last night. That's why. It's for the greater good, chat. We need a mental health check after watching this? Probably. Sorry, but not really. Alright, tried to go all in. Got shunted inside his own dog procession. Interesting choice there, Hai Chow. That could have gone very wrong. Checking health, result mental. Thanks for follow, Dr. Hunter. Just check. Still gorgeous. There goes Zucker. But here comes the hot dogs. That's what you need, post-gig snacks. Decides against it. That's how we all stay skinny, we just don't eat. Hey, hey, I want a gang Zucker. Then they do it. Nice pickoff. We'll take that. Maybe OMG are about to go on a comeback tour, guys. Maybe this is it. I suppose the face cam was supposed to be off during game time. Yes. It should be. But I've dressed for the occasion. And so here I am. Only today. Sorry, Hawk. That's pissing you off. I'm sorry. But I'm having some fun with this one. We've got our two allegedly worst teams in the league playing off against each other. There's been some shifts. Charlotte's in. Xiaofang's in. And so, we'll see how it all looks out. But theoretically, we're looking at possibly the worst teams in the league playing off for the only time this split. And therefore, we're going to have some fun with it. It's Baron time. You know what they say, eat the rich. Literally. Very rock and roll. There lands the hook. Gonna make a bullet time come on down, but it's just not enough time. Oh, hang on, that just shunted everyone into the backside, including a counter-strike. That wasn't very good. LNG turned into an LMG. And get them all down. Azir just altered a counter-striking Jax onto his Jhin. I mean, the fight was probably lost already, but good God. Is this going to be Soul as well? It is. I hereby bequeath to OMG the unenviable title of worst team in the league. So it's a good hook. Depth charge lands, and then watch this shuffle say. So Charlotte goes golden and just shuffles them all onto his Jhin. Who does that? Why? That's not good, Charlotte. It's not good, Charlotte. What songs did good Charlotte do? The River. Baptized in the river! They were! Stand and be delivered! Zucker will hop away. One hop this time. And Charlotte will cha-cha real smooth, but there's a bullet time on the other side! Run to your base! Run for your lives! Won't find anything but death. LNG came across the sea. They brought OMG pain and game one victory. Defeat, actually, but victory feels the rhyme better. Utility, and you kind of all have slightly different roles, and every character is unique. And then they all synergize in different ways together. They might play better into certain other heroes. They might be worse into others. They might work better with certain compositions that you might have drafted together. So it all gets very complicated. The additional kind of spanner in the works at the minute is there is a rule in place called Fearless. And that means if a character has been played already in the series, it can't be played again. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you see where it says game 1. Those little icons down there basically say those characters can't be played in the rest of the series. So there are additional bans, basically. And thank you for the gifted sub. I think it's a little bit complicated. Let's listen to the crowds, and we shall go from there. So. No Gyos today? I think LNG have got a lot more agency in the early game, and their ability to pull the trigger is better. Considering they look a lot more coordinated, that should give them an advantage. I actually think OMG scale better, and I've got lots of good tools to deal with some of the engage between the Lilia and the Zyra Khan. However, I don't trust them to stay alive. If you can get to mid-game, double AD carry plus a Lilia is a lot of damage. They're very squishy, though. Very squishy. So, yeah, I think on the whole, with the way things are playing right now, I think LNG is a better comp. Relative to the nameplates being on. Zai's been pretty weak. Yeah, not been the best. At a moment, but I agree. So I've got a new song for you all. This one's called OMG versus LNG, the second game. Second game. Hell yeah. Is that a hit or what? Is that a hit or what? Going to number one, baby. It's going to start forming opinions soon, oh no. Did I turn the volume up? I did. Good. Cool. Ooh. Satunga, you're getting the correct idea about why bans are coming on through. It's generally for one of two reasons. One, they're just really, really, really strong. Don't want to deal with them. Number two, someone on the other team is very, very good at that character, so you just get rid of them, and that's more of a target ban. It's like, okay, this player is notoriously a one-trick player of this character, just get rid of it. So that's the other reason you might see it. And sometimes as the draft goes on, because you kind of get like, you have like 3 bans and then 3 picks for both sides. And you're going to kind of get a second phase of bans. Ooh, nice flash out from LP, but did have to bow it. Mawam gets out. Okay. You know what? Not bad. Yeah. Because the other kind of element of it is, okay, we're trying to play a really, really heavy melee, dive on in kind of composition. And we're going to try and get rid of champions that are really good at making diving very difficult. Let's just ban those out. So sometimes it can be a compositional thing as well. Oh, God, OMG. Hang on, hang. Blast shield. Blast shield. Q's going to come on through. Burn. Woo! Flash. Don't mess it up. Okay, one back. And thank you for the additional gift sub, Grumpy. Welcome to the community, Liquid. Nice to have you back. Grumpy's looking after us today. Morning, Initialise. I skimmed through game 1. Charlotte a rookie. I'm pretty sure he's from the LDL team, if I remember correctly. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's do a bit of Googling. I've not watched a lot of LDL last year, so let's actually look at my phone. Let's go find out. Oh, that's the replay. Charlotte, lol. This got very tight, actually. I think the fact that Charlotte had to leave early made that very tricky. A lot of flashes blown. Yeah, he's just been on OMG Academy. That's what it is. It's OMG Academy. Well, they did okay, in fairness. At like Academy level. Went to Nest in 24, got second. Mediocre at LDL split 1, but hey. Well, they're still running with Starfire, are they, huh? They had a rough time in Asia Masters. Okay. So yeah, I've been playing the Academy team for about a year. Bambi does damage. Yeah. Yes, you can. Been a bit of a specialty as the Lilia for the LPL. Try and invade the Vi as much as possible and keep Xiaofang down. I mean, what? Mandarin speakers. What does Xiaofang mean? I'm assuming little something. Oh, good luck on your pending fatherhood again, Liquid. Firefighting? Huh. Fang is his surname. Ah, it's a little Fang, okay. Google says translates as firefighting. That's also quite funny. He is a jungler. There's a lot of that to be done. I think they should have focused later after chunking Corki because they did. Yeah, I can sort of see that. Either way, it only ended up being a 1-for-1. It's not the end of the world. LNG up. 200 gold. That's mostly off laning. Why is there a Nectin ahead? Despite the slight gold. I mean, no plates. Oh, that's just weird. Okay. Bot side, Kalista is shoving. Dragon went towards LNG early. You want to do that with the Kalista, so that's good news. $1,000 grapes. One of them will kill you. Each one of you gives you $100,000. How am I doing? 1,000 grapes? Think. Maybe 10. Just commit. 5. I'd be willing to take that risk. I don't think I need any more than that. That's more than enough to set me up for life. Or set me up for stuff. That's an acceptable risk beyond that. Good question. Right now, OMG, looking better than they did in game 1. But you know... I've seen these cats before. They overplay. They get stuck on in. And Bambi's been Bambi. It's like a mom all over again. It's so sad. So sad. And she falls in the jungle. Vi is violent, you know. It's like the world. It's cruel. Harsh place. 900 apples. 2 of them will kill you. Each one you eat will give you an extra smolder stack at the start of your game. How many are you eating? Is that a promotion game to Challenger? 898. I believe in the heart of the apple cards. Alright, Joe goes in with a Pot Blossom! And they'll keep on fighting for a second or two. They might have gone a little deep though there. High Child will die for that. Oops. Hang on. LNG, you're supposed to be winning these. What happened there? Star didn't have the blow ult. Or flash. Awkward, that. So. They're looking for the Pot Blossom onto Hang. High Child throws a fair amount of damage out. They just can't quite kill them. Oh dear, and they pull off grub though. They just go too deep. Thank God for Portland Gatling gun. Jace will have his field day. Enemy super squishy. Yeah, he probably will do. That was my worry here. So, Xiaofang. Jumped on top and zoomed away. Get away for safety. Go back towards the dragon. Prime songwriting material dragons. We get red dragons, gold dragons, good dragons, bad dragons. There's the Pot Blossom! There we go again. LPL are gonna hop on round. Throws some spears and pulls them out. Acupuncture! That is quite impressive, Liquid. I'm just reading that in chat. That is impressively narrow margins. No one took the dragon. Charlotte had to flash. LP had to cleanse. Considering you've gone for dragon stacking, it'd be nice if you actually took the second dragon, LNG. OMG can actually win this? Yeah, they probably can actually. We'll see how it rolls. But they've gotten past the scariest starts to the early stage of the game. The Lily has got the Arm Guard in alongside the Leandry, so she's a lot more able to play make. Need to see what the Zyra and Corki can do. I think they were a bit slow on starting this dragon up. I'm not going to lie, LNG. Hang. Gonna come over and try and play this. Alright. Here we go. Spears! Too little slave. Okay, so we can go back towards the Herald. Moam, I see you. I look beguiling in the wig. It's true. That's why I wore it. To help beguile people into watching this incredible series. There goes the tier 1 bot side. LNG claim the first turret of the game. Yes, they do. There's a herald being taken by Lily on the other side of the map. Yes, there is. There's an engage happening. Cease and desist to the pot. Blossom! And Moam gets wham! Wham! I trade you 1 herald. I get 2 turrets and 1 kill on your bot lane. I think it's a great deal. I think you should take it. No, OMG went. I think I'll do that. A lot of pings coming on down. So, Charlotte forced a Valkyrie away. Xiaofang's going to clear out this entire jungle. Oh, no way. He walks all the way over here. Q, auto, ult, Pot Blossom, dead. Nice. Okay, double lilting lullaby. Flash away from one. Zucker gets to run away now. The turnaround begins to come on through. In they go. Hungo's golden. And they get the flash quickness grand entrance. Realm Warp out. Only lose the 1. Lots of summoners blown, but they do get 1 back. LP's now in a potentially dangerous spot. We'll need to blast Cone out to safety. Even with a deadly plumage move speed. Not that much risk. The turnaround was on there if Moam didn't have a really good flash in. So actually, credit to Moam. That was nice. It has, however, left them all on the wrong side of the map for LP to just do a lot of damage here to this turret. Only has 1 grub, though, so it gets a little extra damage, not that much. Sleep well. Sleep well. We'll see you around soon, dude. Why do they always walk past those blood roses without picking them? Yeah, you probably should. Sometimes it's a timing thing. Sometimes it's I'm being chased and don't really want to deal with this right now. Oh boy, hang on. Vi's in behind. I saw that swell seed. Resetting. They really want this.
Be very quiet, chat. We're corgi hunting.
Gonna face check the Vi. No, 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 no! No! Okay, he's fine. I thought it was gonna be a lot more follow there. Zucker was too slow. Didn't have flash. I thought that was gonna be a lot scarier than it was. It wasn't. Sam, when does the voice acting career start? Good question. I actually do voiceovers for a load of Rick and Morty channels. I'm joking. That's mostly descriptive stuff. So, Yorick lost on your hate watch. Are you a Corgi hate watch? Corgi hate watcher too? We all hate. Sam, over dramatic? Surely not. I'm deeply serious. and sober individual, known for my reasoned takes and low energy. Wait, Joy, what the hell am I looking at? You're looking at glory, majesty. Hang on, engage onto the Renekton. Into the river we go. I'll jump on forwards. Crocodile hunting. And on to the dragon we go. That's soul point for LNG. They got Ren Smite combos. Everyone else just has to suffer. I don't know why I've decided to hold my mug this way, but I have. This is the way now. Renekton died. Reminds me of this one time I went on tour with Amumu. You know, Emumu from that really famous emu band. It's all about big birds, you know? Well, there was this rival band who were all about big crocs. Ended up being a lot smaller than we thought they were. They got like this inflatable croc. And it was like, you know, tiny. Kind of ruined the whole vibe. Didn't really understand the show. Fans deserted them after they lied on their tour guides. Despicable. Right, towards the Atacam we go. Of course, this might be like that final stop on the tour, you know. Go all out. Like Cassante. Pop Blossom. Be like a star. Feathers come on down, but the fate's cool, Paul. Nice work. Denies the feathers. Joe might still die. They've gotten the withdrawals, though. Already secured. And that means Charlotte is saying goodnight as they're baptized in the river. As LNG will go and deliver him. Harry tries to throw down a Cull, making a ruthless predator, but he is looking not all that ruthless and a little bit low down on the food chain. Good night, sweet OMG. We knew thee well. Got a little eulogy for you. Goodbye, my brother. Goodbye, my friends. You have been the team. You have been the team on blue. How's that? Is it going to be a hit? I think it's going to be a hit. Anything that I'm attached to is a hit. OMG more like 0-3. Wow, Amber. We've got 2 minutes until Dragon, and that will be Soul. Soul! Huh? It's gold. Always believe in your soul. I was going to say always believe in your gold. Lead might have worked too. Yell Soul really loudly. Not much to be said about that one, is there? Pop Blossom! Baron secured! They've got withdrawals to work with, and into the back line they got the season desist! I fought the law, and the law lost. They fought the law. The law is losing! The law is losing! Zaka goes to the skies! Goes golden does hang. That was not very cash money of you, LNG. At least they had Atacam withdrawals to work with. Oh, hang on. Moam, no! Okay, healed. Gets the battle dance away. Oh, got rendered. Get rendered, nerd. not, is it, chat? It's not it. You're gonna miss your tour day of the Dragon Soul. That's like the highlight of any musician's career, and you're missing it because you're too lazy on your recalls. You've not done the work. I think we'll be not continuing our services as a record label with Moam. I think he's a liability. Can't sing in tune. Can't back on time. Alright then, LNG, headline act here at the Dragon Soul. Sold out venues here in the river. Charlotte might have written about being baptized there, but I think unfortunately we've just gone past Easter and no one really going to get value out of that one anymore. You're too late on marketing that. We're going to go towards the Dragon itself. Is LNG started up? LP looking to come over. There's the Bomb Blossom! That's a wonderful opening song. I wonder whether OMG have any response to this battle of the bands. The problem is, Zucker on one side is hitting everyone into the skies. His numbers are as high as his hammer goes when he jumps in the air. That is a #1 banger right there. They're not even going to stop off at the Dragon Soul. They've got bigger and better things. They're moving on to Madison Square Gardens, by which I mean the Nexus. Biggest band in the world right there, LNG. You wanted the best, you got the best. The hottest band in Nirvana. LNG in their own arena. Go buy their merch from the store at the back. Go buy their latest album. Get them to #1, folks. Moam's back, but we already told you, you're fired. You're out of the band. Go back to Berwick on Tweeds. Honestly, poser, I tell you. All right, that's the Nautilus after as well. So, NIP, good pick, team fight comp. Skarner and Nautilus set you up for big combos from your needlework and seismic shove threaded volleys. Never mind the bullet time. Top esports. Lots of damage, lots of range. With effectively quad poke, depending on what you count Swirl Seed and Rocket as. And a lot of damage if you don't blow up all of the members. From NIP, there is a world where turnaround comes on through, but their setup, very limited. It's Chains of Corruption, Lilting Lullaby, Alistrol. It's all there, but it requires some decent skill shot accuracy. See how they pull it off. Crowds, take it away, please. So, anything here at the level 1? I don't know. Doesn't look like we're seeing too much as yet. Now a late invade onto the Raptors. Lilia does love her chicken. Well, be a split map option here. Jackie and Crisp has to play a bit defensively. PP Golden Leave looking for an angle down here. You can now go through mid lane. DMB will throw out a threaded volley. Should get a decent chunk here on the other side of this should he wish to. Won't. Wards come on down. Skarner. It's going to be down a camp, unfortunately for him. Not too much happening on that bot side. PP God stepping on forwards, looking for a staggering blow. Flashes on forwards. The pulverize comes on through. Jackie will barry it. Trying to turn this one around. Crisp can't quite get turnaround in the way I think he was hoping for a little bit there. Jackie down barrier, but holds on to the flash. PP got down both his summons.
Navi is bot side, worth keeping our eyes on. Could look to counter gank this. Lands a decent arrow there onto Leaf. Valuable. Navi level 3. Can look to make this play happen. They've overshoved, I think, of NIP. Here we go. Wrapping around. Leaf steps on forwards. Flashes away. Still got the strut. They'll back away on it. We're happy enough with earning that summoner. Delays the clear, though, from Kanavi. And Kanavi turning up bot side. Interrupting his own clear. Say it ain't so. Now looking to drive on through. Might try and steal away some camps here as a result of that bot side play. See whether he can find them on that blue buff. Shanji trading out as best he can to get shove. Skarner should be able to steal this with the smite. Does so. So, additional camp steal there. As a result of that bot side play. We'll know it's gone now. Have an idea that Aki is topside. PP got on the roam on up. Cream needs to be very wary here. I think he's just dead. Flash Ixtal's impact means that the Deathstone doesn't land. And Cream might be able to back away. Topside solo kill. 369. Break Shanji. Oh dear. The flash into the wall meant the PP god missed his dredge line. But someone has to communicate there. Because that is unfortunate. That should have been a very dead Cream. He burns his flash but gets out alive. And NIP ruining what happened there. So let's have a look topside. Shanji snips forwards. Misses his Q. Electric field is down. Flash on forwards. Thundering blow. Goodbye, Gwen. No one tells Sal. Oh man, I'm sneezing. Jackie's now in danger. Just blew his flash. Oh, Jackie, no! Aki's here. Jackie's a dead man. There's no way out now. Nice run from Aki. The gank works it. So, Jackie jumped on. That's a barrier this time. That's another gank bot. Still, the issue is here. Leave is down. 10 CS? 10? So despite Jackie dying, Leave didn't get an assist, which is unfortunate. And B, Jace does stop Gwen, and Lilia should have been hard outpacing Skarner if not for the TES bot lane, yeah. I mean, still kind of is. Gets the early grubs, gets the roll into Raptors, which they go on a weird old journey. I'm not quite sure what the pathing was there. Wonder what they aggroed on to do, B. Never thought I'd cheer for TES after Mako left, but I'll make an exception because they were against NIP. Wow. statements made. Well, it was Nirvana, so that was to be expected. Yeah, something to that. Okay, Chains of Corruption comes on down. PP God dead to rights. Nice gang bot. And a pulse. We're into the game! Let's go! I was responding to Twitter posts. Sam, a D&D boy. I do play D&D on occasion, it's true. I could use some LPL for the LCK series. I hear BDD won with KT, but it was a journey, shall we say? It was a journey. Cream, be cropping it. All right. Whee! Zooming around. Okay. So, game state as it stands, very top esports favors. And my chair span around, that's why I went weave for the record. That was the noise I made. Absolutely sprinted it today, yeah. Second set of grubs being started up by top esports. Smite, gonna be used. Flash doesn't work. Nice combo as Aki's going to try and turn around. 2MB looking for an angle. Kanavi in the back of the pit. Gets pulled up by the Impale. Dragged across the Unraveled Earth. Flashes on out the back end of it all. That's a really clean combo from Kanavi. Now on top of Leave. Beginning to jump forward to watch out as Leave fails his flash. He does not do what his namesake says. And he does not leave. Shanji still got some needles to throw. Gets a decent start for the 12 seed. Comes on down. But Shanji in danger. Piercing arrow just wide, but should still go down. Here's the burn, comes on through past the snip. And picks up another. Kanavi is speeding his way forwards. Gets to jump out of the seismic shove. May well die. But the damage is already well and truly done. Doomby in danger. Last hail of arrows to the arcade shot. Piercing arrow. Headshots Doomby. Fear the deer, folks. Kanavi on a rampage through that one. He and Jackula break the backs of it. We're back again, never mind, goodbye. Whee! Hey, baby, good to see you. 369 is very ahead. Let's have a look at the mid lane. Let's have a look at this play again. It was really clean stuff. Flash for that pull. Aki's then in trouble. Cream, yeah, he's having a bad time. But Kanavi is about to end these players' careers. The Q flash on over. Helps get a couple. They pick up Leave. After the change of corruption go wide sucks, but Leave fails his flash. And Shanji slides on over. And like, cool, you've got rid of some people. The thing is, 369 isn't even here, by the way. He's not even here. That's a 4v5. Very. Tower Esports, well and truly off to the races now. At least Shanji got a couple kills there. That's important. You needed that. But Kanavi is now ungodly strong, as is Jackulov on the Poke Varus, which he is notoriously good at. He's 2 levels over Leave. Oh my god. Bullet time. Piercing arrow lands. Oh no. He doesn't have... He's gone for the BF sword. He has no Vamp Scepter. He just has to back. Like, sure, even-ish in farm now at least. But he can't stick around for this wave, can he? Bloody hell. Top esports domestically, very different beasts, aren't they? Would you like some? Would I like some Pilk Bisto? I don't want the idea of gravy Pilk. That sounds truly awful. Tell us what Bisto is. Bisto is a very, very British brand of gravy. It's like gravy granules. Has very famously had a lot of adverts for the last 50 years with the type of Bisto. So whenever I sigh after drinking a hot drink, I then just sort of say Bisto afterwards, purely off cultural upbringing in the UK. Cream. Mega Aki'd. He's gone for the wrong one. Oh, good Foss bomb check. Did he spot Aki? I don't know if he did. There you go. Sees it. Cream? 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 Okay, he gets away with it. Aki's now stuck under turret with no minions. Aki? What? What? You need to bring it down an octave or two because I am perplexed, folks. 369's just TP'd him. Oh my god, gets the hallowed miss down in time. Sanctuary! Headbutt, pole, buffered out on Crisp in danger, but does have the Unbreakable Will rolling. Still going to flash on out to safety, does so, gets knocked up, but flash on out the Impale. That means Aki now in danger. Doomie gets the shove as another 369 who is managing to run real damn fast with the phase rush. And the mid jungle falls for NIP. Cream, keep ordering. Yes, sir. And he keeps ordering. And does. So Crisp goes on forward, gets buffered out of his engage, but then he's happy to tank up the turret with his ultimate, flashes on out to stop dying as the depth charge comes on through, and then they still take the turret. So they get one back. 369 flashing out, has got the phase rush being run out. Needles just were shy. 369 stays alive. Crisp just out of the bullet time. They still get the kill. Kanavi in the backside with a little single lullaby. Watch out, he blooming blows of the Dream Dust. Sends them all to a nice early rest. Leave has nothing left to say, does he? A triple kill to Kanavi. Punishes the death of Crisp. Jackulov in the river on a weird old roam down. Gets picked up by Doombi and Aki, but Kanavi is not done. Drives on through the wall, does Aki, and gets out to safety. Need to see how... Hang on, we've got a very desynced bit of audio here. Oh, I see what it was. They had a replay playing in the background. That's what was going on. That felt very weird. They had a replay playing without the replay being up on screen. It's like, why am I hearing a bullet time? It's not that the audio was desynced. is they played a replay without the replay being on screen. Worry not. I too was confused. I'm thinking, hang on, are we just D6? No. So look, this is the replay they were trying to show us. So 369 under turret here. Probably shouldn't have been there. Either way, gets away with it with some really fancy footsteps. Kanavi, 3-man Lilting Lullaby. Lead manages to cleanse out of it, but Shanji and, of course, the Nautilus die as well. Jackie was roaming down to get into this play and isn't respectful of Aki. Gets TP'd on by Duembi. Nowhere really to go. It's a nice TP. Jackie thought with the wave shove and everyone dying bot he could make that roam. He couldn't. He gets punished for roaming down river by himself. And at least Top Esports gets something. NIP gets something back there. But it is still a horrible loss. And Kanavi now is some Eldritch abomination in the jungle, looking to claim the souls of everyone who dares look at her. Funny. Well, there's a bit of a chunk. Herald goes down. Woo! TP. Cream is pretty deep here. I think he needs to Valkyrie. He's got a flash. Gonna be tricky. Shanji with the ghost running. Needlework as well. Very difficult to outplay this. He's trying to buy as much time as he can. Will fall. But how much have they cost for this? Death charge goes on down onto Kanavi. Double impale. Gets a lot of damage back though. Oh my god, Kanavi tried. Now they're going to try and play this one out, but they've lost 3 people already. Crisp now desperately deep, and I think Top Esports, in attempting to save their top mid laner rather, have just lost 4 members. Atakan just spawned topside. They can turn straight to it. Huge moment for NIP. Oh, Top Esports. You thought you could turn that one. You really, really couldn't. What an impale. Jackie's going to have to do some magic here with the poke Varus. I don't think he can. I think it's just gone. Withdrawals available now for NIP. Here comes the throw. In League of Legends, it's alright. Alright, Cream. Tries to play this one out. Has his team roaming on up. Trying to buy as much time as he can. And then Kanavi goes looking for a big play here. But basically, the depth charge into Impale combo means even with what looked like a decent Lilting Lullaby option, just not enough there. And then Crisp is too deep. Spends too long getting over here. Top Esports just misaligned on how long it was going to take to get people there in time. The answer was too long. Turret falls. Gold leads. Now back within touching distance. It's still a lead for Top Esports. They've still got majority of the grubs, 2 dragons, good gold leads. But this Gwen is now way back in this game. 5-3 and 3 is a carry condition in herself. Right? Maybe we can message Salk now. The resident Gwen main. Oh, hang on. Lilting Lullaby comes on down. Golden goes Kanavi. Burned out is Chris, but they'll get a lot of the withdrawals down. PP God just about burning. Titan's Wrath Shield, but they'll leave in danger. Has to be left by the Nautilus. Jackie stepping on forward. 2-level advantage. Cream is there as well. Another withdrawal. As 369 trading with Doinby. Has not got Weaver's Wall. 369, 2 levels behind now. Doinby, who's got his rower fully stacked. That's put him into a very spotty position. Spotty position? Spotty's not the right term here. That suggests a negative connotation. It is not negative. He's quite strong here. 369 is in a spotty position. Well, kill secured. PP God goes down. Look, he's dying quite a lot here. He just needs a little bit more endurance, this PP God. He's going deep, sure, but not for a very long time, is he? MIP still secure. That dragon. Get the second dragon themselves, but they're going to cost themselves a mid-tier 2 for that one. They're going to herald topside as well. Top esports go cool. We're just going to play for objectives or turrets here. Charge comes on through. Aki now turns up. Swell Seed lands on 2. Burn keeps coming on forwards. This Lilia gets very scary to manage at this point. Trying to splash off the turret. I appreciate it. 20% HP. Shock blast through the uprights. Control ward in the little pixel bush. Chains of Corruption land. Leave immediately cleanses it. Jackie Love has the spell shield, so the depth charge, dredge line rather does land, but the depth charge will follow. On the wrong side of the Weaver's Wall, flashes to be on the right side of it. Aki gets the impale down. Cream will fall for it. Golden Aatrox is the actual pick. Okay. Can win into those tank matchups. Can be a bit oppressive for the Lucian in the sense that you have to be quite close range to an Aatrox, and that kind of sucks. But there's not a lot of tank here on top esports. And so if this Lucian gets fed, it could get real scary here. Real scary indeed.
Huge volume there as ever. Well, big damage. Crisp eats a double up order. The level 2 race won by the Lucian Nami. Nico normally pretty unassailable as a lane dominant option. Up and forwards. Ebb and flow. Jacula eats a big chunk there. I appreciate the color matching down bot side. Hang on, Ignite comes on down. Jackie just about okay. Barrier and heal burned for just the Ignite on leave. Dangerous now down bot side. There's a double up flash auto available. Jackie has to leave, right? He can't stick around. Still a biscuit and a pot in inventory for this Lucian. Oof. It's just a refill potion. Can she interrupt? Oh, not quite. That might have been nice. Lucian's coming back with the extra longsword. Junglers will be around bot side. That should not be a surprise. Kanavi looking to try and get towards this top side and try and go for both the double scuttle here. Can look to fight the Wukong in the river. He's gone for the Scorch Claw, interestingly. Wants that additional slow on auto. Helps set up against the people running away from him. Top side. 369. Eating a bit of a chunk there from a decimating smash. Darkin Blades. Soul Furnace. And that's about it. Lane swapping out of that lane. Ace. Do not blame him. Trying to buy as much time as they can. Infernal Chain's going wide. Decimating Smash. Can look for the auto here. They're turning around. Shanty now in danger. Needs to back away. Blooming Blows lands. Where is that Tangle Barbs? Not there. Still. Reset comes on through. Lucian Nami with the early wave shove, though. Should be able to get a plate there, probably. But 369 will be TPing in and should collect that wave as it drops on in.
It's be a decent back for the Lucian, though. I'm imagining we'll be turning that longsword into something a little bit spicier on reset. And there's the Caulfields. Jackie really needs to pick up as much of this farm as he can before the Lucian gets here. Maybe look mid lane, actually, with an army around. Sent the Scion to manage this top side instead. And sent the Lucian towards the mid lane, where he will eventually be spending the majority of his time with the Nami, the Galio, and Scion sent to fend for themselves in side lanes. Doomby problem. Thank you, Manage. But that was what it was. There was a Doomby issue, which was why we had that second pause. Cream now needs to be a bit wary here, because you can start having this happen on a regular basis. The Electrocute comes on down. Has been buffed, and so the Lucian's going towards that option. No PTA, no lethal tempo. Kanavi's here. Jumping on a PP God! Oh my days, nearly goes down. Aki gets a lot of value. They get outside of the hero's entrance, but they still burn him down. Nice damage. Lucian gets the kill. First of the game. PP got lucky to survive, but does. And look to keep going forwards here. Still has a flash. But Cream now with the level 6. A little bit too threatening. Aki gets to turn back towards the Grubs. Crisp's coming on down. 369 gets a big old chunk down towards the spot side. And Doomby sacks a wave to come join with the Galio. I've seen that one before once or twice. Aki's still here. Just a bit wary. Kanavi gets to respawn, come back on out and claim at least one of these Grubs. As Shanji charges into a wall. Not his best ult ever, that one, Shanji. I just love the sounds that Nico makes. It's very entertaining. What's Nami's summon a spell? She's got heal and flash. And what's Sion's keystone? We don't know. We think it's grasp. That keystone is... yeah, what's showing there is his soul furnace stacks, which is kind of an infinite stacking thing that gives him HP. Ooh, shuffle. Not bad. Onto the Nami, who of course got no flash. That's a nice pickup. Good angle from Cream. Well punished in the mid lane. Leave is pretty close to 6 here. I'm not sure it's this way. It might be the next one. Jackie should get a plate top side. Galio's coming though. Another auto. There we go. Plate secured. Hearthbound Axe suggests on hit Kai'Sa rather. What does Hearthbound Axe build into in the Kai'Sa builds? I'm struggling here for a second. I don't think it's going to be a Trinity Force. Be a little unusual on the Kai'Sa for sure. Aki with level 6. Crisp also has level 6. Interesting that Jackie doesn't quite yet. Needs another minion. Level 6. Backs away. There's a culling angle here. Misses the piercing light. That's the electrocute though with a double tap. And the ardent blaze. Healed up. Have him float. No Tie Caller's blessing yet. PP God still in danger. Wind becomes lightning. The Aqua Prison lands, but Cream's come on over. Leave now in danger. We'll start to throw out a culling. Ignite down as well. Cream is fine. Leave has no mana as well, and Crisp's in them. Chris can go invisible. Oh, Leave. You've got to be very, very, very careful here. Gets away with it. I wonder whether there was a flash ult angle there onto Leave. I'm not going to lie to you all. No idea where Galio was, I suppose. No, actually, they did. He's top side. What am I talking about? Lying to you all. Well. Damage officially done. Still a solid gold lead here to top esports. Mostly out of the fact their solo laners are ahead of the curve. Kai'Sa, largely okay at this point. It's Kraken Slayer, isn't it? That's what the half-bound act is building into. Figured it out. Why do I lie? I can't help it. I'm a monster. A spreader of misinformation. Aki. Kangle Bomb. Skull Crab secure. Does Aki want to really force this? Nice clone. Kanavi. Crescent Guard. Pop Blossom. Oh, that's very deep. Bloody hell, son. Aki is going to have some summoners come on in. Crisp dies as Leaf flashed on forward to get the double auto. And the full combo eventually works out. I thought they turned that one. After Crisp had done some magic with the blocking of the shape changer. Doesn't quite work out though, and Leave now at 2-0. Getting very scary on this Lucian. Still though, the combo is fully popped. And I think Jackie could come on over here and be a real menace if they chose to. Decides against it. Aki smites. Is he sticking around for the last one? No, he's not. What's in there? Navi, just saying, cool, I'm going to farm up off this one. Leo, Crisp is dead. Oh, that's an unfortunate moment. Lucian Nami is giga strong. When's the culling up? Not quite yet. So there's the 3-0. Feats of martial mastery. Secured. Now a turret or an objective marker, and you're all in business. Crisp was not expecting to get popped though. He's like, cool, I can fight for this vision, right? They had a ward on that bush entrance by Krugs. Spot him coming on down. Went, yeah, we can fight this. And did. Kraken Slayer's now done. .369. Can't quite get that plate. Oh, it's so annoying. There we go. Finally gets it. Turret shot comes on through. But the plate is secured. About 1,000 gold up is this Aatrox. The Lucian is as well. Nearly at rapid fire. Between Essence or even rapid fire, this Lucian never has to leave lane again. Imperial Mandate just got finished as well by Nami. This is about Lucian's greatest point of power. Level 9 for the full max on the full rank on the queue. You're about there. Okay. Fourth plate secured. Looking topside. Leave needs to be really wary here. No flash. Tidal wave comes on down. It is not far enough. Jackie ults on in. Where is Galio? Can't join. Leave shut down. It's Kanavi that picks up the kill. Okay. Unfortunate there not to get any more. The TP comes on through. They're going to race for turrets. Sion is bot side. Going to look mid as well. They've got 5 grubs. Crisp's coming on over. So is Jackie looking to trade this one out. Taunt, but it's only onto the clone. Wave is lost. Jackie is there. The turret surely falls. And that's feats of strength now for NIP. Cream will at least get that top turret. Does so. Weird game state. NIP behind 500 gold. But the proactive plays have largely been theirs. The Lucian, a win con. Shins out Aatrox, very strong. And then he needed to be able to manage some of this front line. Shanji should get this turret as well, and that will bring us to a gold even state, roughly speaking. Kanavi on a ward here. And so Leave not going to face check that one. Control wards. Cream is getting to be pretty scary on this Azir now, at least, as well. But Leandri's done. Let's see what he goes second. Might be another mask. Yeah, okay, gonna go towards the Riftmaker. Tank here into the burst. Good into tanks as well. A bit more of an extended fight, and I think this game makes some sense. You are primarily the best option into that front line, I think, here. And we'll be asked to side lane against them a fair amount. Black Cleaver done for 369. Over the dragon we go. Lucian has ult, ignite, and a hell of a lot of tools to make sure that culling hits home. Lock in, folks. We're having some violence. Aki goes on force. Dragon secured. But Aki in danger. Jackie Love ults away. Trying to stay out to safety. Does so. Aki just about alive. The ebb and flow healing. And now Kanavi will surely fall. Flash for the double Aqua Prism. Pop Blossom turnaround is good, but it's too little. It's too late. Chris needs to run away. 369 with the World Ender rolling. Has to flash on out to safety. Crisp surely in danger here. May need to flash. Does so. Doesn't get taunted. Winds of War just shy. Crisp steps on forwards. Oh, that heal, that ebb and flow kept Aki alive, and then Kanavi was in too deep. Cream caught the back end of it with the wonderful flash Aqua Prison. Interrupt on one. Won't look for any more. Big fight for NIP. They don't get the dragon. They do get the kills. It's now 5-1 Lucian. All of the kills are his. Let's have a look again. Because initially, good move onto Aki. He flashed on forward to the Cyclone. And Jackie ults to the other side here in a second. And stays alive. The thing is, 369 is not in the play right now. And Aki just about survives off the ebb and flow and the heal. And then Kanavi's dead. That double Aqua Prism catching Cream mid-shuffle. The Sifting Sands do not work versus Prison, apparently. Bad type matchup. Back towards the Herald we go. Lucian with 2 items. Of course he is. He's only 2,000 gold ahead. God damn. Navi. Gonna go down here, isn't he? Gets a decent amount of healing. That's not a bad look. Just about. Damage on to Doinby, who taunts up, prevents too much follow-up. Means that Cream can't get that much value despite having burned the Empress Divide. Jackie left mid lane. On his skin. Of course he is. Gets a decent chunk there. Kanavi struggling to be sole frontline right now. It's not a fun world to be the Shinzao when the solution is this strong. Ooh. Electrocute comes on down again. Jackie slowed. Needs to be a bit wary here. It's alright. TP top. Here we go. TP behind as well. They're jumping on this. Get the turret. TPing themselves. Here we go, folks. It's Shanji in. Where's Doinby? Look for the grand entrance. Hero's entrance, I apologize. Decimating smash goes wide, but 369 healing. Bestie Cam will surely fall here. Does so. Pop Blossom onto 2, but it's onto the front line. Doesn't take any damage. Crisp is burnt to it. And they're too slow on the engage. Flash for the taunt. Jackie dies. Lucian picks up another. Shanji goes steaming forwards. Flailing! What of a coward is in German again. Electrocute changes have meant that it worked quite nicely on the Lucian for the early poke. Seen a little bit of it. And now they have a 5,000 gold lead. I think we're going to 3, folks. The TP comes on through, but Cream is there a little too late. Doinby's there in time. Jackie's not in range. There's no ult on Cream either. They try to punish, leave and fail. Double TP's popped for no reason. Chris gets a double knockup, but it's onto a Galio and a Scion who do not care. Cream tries to buy some time, but where do you go? Knocked up. Aqua Prison again. PP God's been very good on the Nami accuracy today, I'll say. Infinity Edge now on this Lucian. Oh, Lord Almighty. "20 seconds on Dragon. The only second Dragon for either team. Dragon, I don't think it's a surprise, is secured by NIP. Jackie Love is still stuck at just Kraken Slayer. He does not do any damage right now. The Shin's out. Falling just wide. Oh my god, Jackie just about alive. There was an E-flash auto in Jackie Love's near future that probably would have been his death. There goes the charge on in. Can they interrupt something here? Because the thing is, they shouldn't have 0 damage. Well, they won't eventually. They're at 0 damage right now because the Aatrox has yet to find a good fight. The Kai's for the 0 is stuck at 1.5 items. They need those second items. The reason they didn't fight that dragon, they're just not in a position to do it. Cream, charge into the wall. Shifts, not far enough out. Has a flash, won't matter. Does burn it now, but Aki's coming. Flash is on over. Into the Nimbus strike. And Cream can't get out safely. That'll be Atakan. NIP commanding position now in this game, aren't they? Jackie still doesn't have a second item, I don't think. Kanavi might have to go and try and fight this one. Did he get flashing over? Jumped on. Needs to be a bit wary. He's got a Crescent Guard and a Dream. Culling comes on down to Crisp. He's taken down about a 3rd HP. Gets over the wall onto Shanji, but that's Shanji. You don't hurt him. Kanavi losing that 1v1, hit by the Aqua Prison. Aatrox will at least get the tier 2. But Atakan lovingly secured. Kanavi no way out from that Dragon Pit. Looking for the flank angle. They wanted to try and smite steal the Atakan. That was the idea. Is that, look, if I can get over the pit here, I can try and look for a Wind Becomes Lightning Audacious Charge steal. Was the idea. Rage Blade done. Looking for an engage. Aki can't quite find it with the Warrior Trickster. Oh boy, well there's the culling blocked, at least by Ali by the shape changer. Doinby finds the 3-man taunt. Emperor's divided too late. Cream is dead. Leave. Goes down. But remember, it's not going to give 369 a reset. Decent damage back. Chris trying to run away. Kanavi will fall. Jackie Love tries to get Doinby, does so. 369 back down into his normal form. Aki and Shanji doing their best to claim this inhibitor turret. Half HP. Jackie Love supercharges away, trying to get some damage down. PP God coming on up. They get another withdrawal. Jackie Love's going to get knocked up. The barrier buys some time. Trying to get another passive proc off, and that will surely be another withdrawal. They get it, and they hold the inhibitor. Important there. It's about 600 odd gold towards Jackie Love, which he needed. He's 3k behind individually. We know he's got hands on the champion. Keep the inhibitor alive. That's potentially important. Let's have a look again. So initially, culling largely blocked by the Shape Changer clone. And Doomby's going to find a fantastic taunt. However, the follow-up takes a while. And they kill off Cream, and that's great, but 369 blows up the Lucian. That's 3k of your gold gone. PP God, not helping either. Sure, you killed off Kanavi, but Jackula, for once, is untouched. And you've killed off the damage. Your damage is Lucian. That's it. Aki to an extent. But if the Lucian dies, your comp becomes a lot harder to navigate post a certain point. Second items are now done. Fiendish Codex done for Jackie as well. Should give him a bit more poke. I think that should be enough to get the W upgrade. If you kill Lucian, the game is doable. Not that doable, but doable. We've seen Lucian comps fall before. Dragon started. Top esports want to fight this. Certainly thinking about it. There's Shanji in the bush. Oh, culling! Cream out to safety, does have TP. May need to burn it. Crescent Guard comes on down, throws out a load of soldiers, looking for potential angle, but in comes the Cyclone and the Tidal Wave. They've blown up Kanavi again. Nico dead as well. Jackie's running away from Shanji, but get hit by the roar of the Slayer. Trying desperately to run away. Flash, taunt. Jackie ults, but nowhere to go, and Leave gets that one. They can just look to end the game now, I think. Dragon secured. Inhibitor up. Cream is at least in the base. They're TPing. They want this. Here we go. Solo lane is alone against every member of NIP. 369 taunted. Chris back up. Tries to get some value, will flash away, safety, do and be low. Not quite taken out. They've got Leave. That's a double for Creep. Can look for more. They're caught under the turret. They've gone too deep. There's a TP behind. Yes, there is. Now NIP in a difficult position. Their damage is dead, and there's 3 men versus 3. 369 looking for an engage on a PP goal. Gets a big chunk onto that Nami, who will go down. Kanavi takes that with the win, becomes lightning. They've killed off 3 members. Baron is up. They can go and try and take it. They overshot NIP. How did Leave take turret aggro? Oh, no, 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 no. Not like that. TP back in. 7k HP. Should burn pretty fast here. Aki looking to try and steal this. Can look to find a way in. It's a Wukong. Always able to find an angle. He's shuffled out. Can't get into the pit. Dragon secured. That is the big, big bounty. Shanji knocked on up. Can't escape. Will go down to the zombie form and they kill off another member. Top esports. The gold lead's down to 2,000. That is so much gold. Yes, it is. Shutdowns and barons. And in some delightful place for top esports. Have a look at how does Leave take turret aggro. He just jumps in. Hit with the tangle barb through Crisp. Then he takes aggro autoing. Thinks he can back away. Can't with the root. And with the Lucian dead, all of your damage is gone. And 369 says we're having this one. Dark Blades part 1, 2, and 3 with an assist from Kanavi. Bring down the Nami. 4th item done for Lucian. But at least Jackie now has got the Nashes completed. He's at 3. Arm guard in for Cream. 3rd item for 369. He's got a Sterax. A lot harder to burn through with the Lucian now. That gold lead drop-off is precipitous, to say the least. It's a sheer drop. You know what they say about those. Mind the step. Leave. Suddenly starts taking a bit of damage from this guy, sir. Misses the second W. But they can look with this Baron and start claiming some of these standing structures. Chris! Forwards! Doesn't get Leave. But in the backline goes 369! Jackie! Blows up 1. Doesn't quite have the Leave. But they can still finish off that one. In comes Galio, but it's too late. Doomby. He's going to have to try and deal with this. The shield of Durand buys some time. Goes golden. But there's a lot of damage still here. Doomby gets a decent taunt with a heroic charge. They blow to Cream. They still get rid of the Galio. Aki's trying. 369 over the wall. Kanavi trading on out. Throws a win. Becomes lightning. It's a 2v2. Holy moly. Bot side of the map's left out to die. I don't know who that favors. Look at the replay. Kill off PP God fast enough, but the Lucian gets enough damage down that it makes him quite tricky. Cream still had Zhonya's. Zhonya's there, and I think he might have found something. Still got Empress Divide. Thanks for the sub, Hank. Welcome to the party. Gold now 1,000 gold apart. Didn't get that mid-tier 1 though, did they? Oh, top. Let's have a look again. So, 369 on a really big flank. That's why they pull this trigger. And Leave's gone over the wall and Crisp says, fine, we go. PP God flashes away. In goes Jackie Love. Blows up PP God. Leave will eventually fall here. But Aki kills Jackie Love for the price of PP God. So you end up going both of your bot laners down. Then this play happens. So what happens to Creep? He's so much HP. He walks forwards here. Ground pound, shunt, Soul Furnace dead. Oh, just stay back. That was a mistake from Cream. Dragons in 18 seconds. It will be sold for NIP. Should have been a done deal. It is not. Not anymore. But it will be a fight. And of course, inhibitor down versus mid lane tier 1 still up makes this tricky for the side of top esports. Cream has put up the Sunders because faked up some turret pressure with it. W's flying on through from Jackie Love with the Void Seeker. Crisp on a flank angle with 369. 369 on a big flank. Big flank. Looking to get forward here is now going to be a known quantity. Dragon fight secured by Kanavi. Gets the smite. Now 369 on a flank. Gets a big dog up. They're on to leave a baby god. They're outside of the hero's entrance. It's only there to witness the death of his fallen brethren. The bot lane's gone. They finally killed off Jacula, but the damage is done. 2MB goes golden. Cream is dead though. And the extended fight can get interesting. Chris trying to get this one down. Shanji, big decimating smash for 369 is a scary, scary beast. Aki on about 10% HP. This Sion. No Z in that one. Decimating smash. Gets a decent chunk. Big shield. Again, my days the Soul Furnace is strong. They'll be happy with the dragon and the kills again. Tell me Cream went so golden that time around as well. Poor baby. So, dragon secured and then leave and PP God go, oh dear. The damage is huge. Jackie joins in, gets sleeve, will die for it. The Zhonya's is decent, but there's just too much damage from Aki at that point. Cream also went golden. What happens to him? He gets knocked up by the Sion up right. And Doomby flashes on out. And Shanji is just so damn tanky. There's still a Zhonya's noise in the background. I can only apologize for that one. Finally stops. Aki played that fight out pretty damn well, all things said and done. Oh, no, leave! Great shuffle from Cream. Had some dodgy moments in these fights getting picked off when he was the one with the HP. But that shuffle could just win you the game. Certainly going to get you Baron. It was looking so damn good. But now this solution just struggling to stay alive. Cream goes golden, has not got flash. Needs to shuffle away, can't. Taken off the Baron. Looking to fight anyway. Doomby goes golden. Into the backline goes Kanavi. Trying to trade this one out. Doomby, decent shield. Tries to ult out, can't. Big crescent guard, but still damage on Kanavi's got himself a shield. Aki dies. Can't find enough. Flash on forward from 369. PP God flashes out. Sion again for Shanji. So damn tanky. The wind becomes lightning. And Shanji even on this massive zombie falls. He's got 1,300 stacks on the Soul Furnace. He'll add another one, his own, as he finally falls. 7-1 before that play. Towards the Baron we go. There is no smite. Leave is coming, but I don't think he's going to be there in time. Aqua Prison shy. 369 can umbral dash over the wall.
And a pause. And a pause. Of course there is. All right. Back to the game we go.
Are you not entertained? Baron was just taken by the side of top piece. Let's have a look again. Leave. Steps forwards. Thinks he's safe. And Cream says, no, the hell you aren't. Jackie follows. And the Lucian dies. Picture in picture. Mid lane turret's going down. Keep an eye on it. But yeah. They do kill off Cream there. I don't quite know how he ended up in that position. But hey. Damage was done. 2 of these spines dive. Tries to ult out. Can't. Gets interrupted doing it. Aki dies. And that's the end of that. Mid lane turret finally falls. Top esports want to turn this into a serious shove. If they can break an inhibitor turret, some tier 2s. Life's feeling pretty good. 369 is pretty much unmatchable in the side lane right now. He is, as they say, very strong. Aki looking to nab some camps here. Hexdrinker just got picked up by this Lucian. Considering the Kai'Sa, the Azir, both do a fair amount of magic damage at this point. I can see the angle. It's not a GA though. I wonder whether GA with a Scion, a Nami, a Galio might have been more doable here. But hey, the decision's been made. More now fully completed for the Lucian. Crypt Bloom just got done for Jackie Love. He's got a Zhonya's as well. Okay. That 3,000 gold lead has disappeared. Jackie Love now has a lead. TP in. Dragons up. Kanavi will crest and guard the culling. Gets a decent knock up onto Shanji with Decimating Smash. That's a good chunk back onto Kanavi. Cream goes looking. Gets the flash shuffle. PP God surviving, but now Cream's going to die. Goes golden just in time. Buying some time on the other end of it. They kill off Kanavi. Jackie Love dead on the other side. They've gone too far. Finally kills off that one. The Crypt Bloom healing. Gets another. Needed it. 369 alone survives though. Jackie gets 2 to spare the blushes. But they've lost 4 members. That's soul for NIP. Jackie got 2. Otherwise, I think that's the end of the game. How the hell did Cream get that chunked again? Where was 369 in that fight? I didn't see. Let's have a look again. Because Cream goes looking for the big shuffle. Kanavi has to blow the Crescent Guard early. Gets hit by the Decimating Smash. That's 2/3 of his HP bar gone. Flash gets both, but Leave just about stays in the red buff pit. Jackie goes in to try and finish him. And the Aqua Prison stops Leave dying. That genuinely saves the game. PP God and Leave still die, but otherwise Jackie's on so much more HP. It's so much easier for them to play out the fight. Wonderful Aqua Prison from PP God there. Soul secured. Mountain Soul on a Scion, on a Galio, on a late game Wukong. Yikes. 2 tanks with Mountain, yeah. And an off tank. And it's healing, and it's resist, isn't it? That's gonna help with them more. You have got a team to deal with Mountain Soul, at least in top esports. Leaves nearly at level 16. He's been caught at level 15 for forever. Keeps dying early in these fights.
Finally got the level 16. There's the max rank culling. He will hurt. Leave with a lot of gold here. So does Jackie. Oh, my days. Bit of a much of a muchness at this point, isn't it? Upgraded boots to go. That's about it. Genuinely, a Knight's Vow on Sion would be really sensible. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for it, actually. I don't think 369 hurts Sion anymore. Missed that W. Oh, Kanavi does not enjoy the poke. Stays out of safety. Cream has Rabadons. Big moment. Doesn't have a Void Staff yet or anything like that, though. Worth noting, of course, the Leandries helps. But not a lot of penetration into Mountain Salt. Really sucks. Has he taken off the shield? I'm not sure he has. Finally has. There we go. 369. Looking for a flank angle. Baron's up. Eldrin 245. W does nothing. You just don't hurt him. Someone needs to buy a Serpent's Fang. 369 trying to pick up the red buff. Can he do it in time? I don't think he can. Red buff not secured. Unfortunate. Oh man, Zeke's Convergence for Kanavi to empower the ult. Huh. Interesting buy. I see the angle. Baron started. Navi in position to steal. Will need to do so. Down to 5k HP. Let to reset. Jackie's flashed. Or is it coming back up again? Is that what we're seeing? Is it that bug? Yep, it's that bug. He's back up again. Vision, not fantastic for top esports here. .369 on the flank. Seen that a time or two before. Off vision currently. Still don't know he's there. Reset from Shanji. 43 minutes into the game. 50 seconds on Elder Dragon. Cream out of range. The culling popped. No avail. Sorcerer's Elixir popped by Cream. 369 still on the flank. Looking for an angle. Aki now coming. Cream could be in danger. Double flankers. Cream jumped on. Flashes out to safety. They've burned double ults in the flash. Now Kanavi looking for an angle. 369 over. Pop lost. It goes down. Leave. Ults away. But now he's on top of 369. Trying to get the shovel. Gets over the wall. They're going so much damage on Aki, who just about survived. They killed off two. They've done it. They pulled the trigger and failed. Shanji. Decimating smash. Jackie flashes out. Tries to kill off the Kaiser. Can't do it. Alas, stand. Guns at noon. The mid lane has never seen so much blood. And the sun rises on top esports being the better draw. NIP draw first. But top esports draw so much better. The flash combo from Aki doesn't work. Doenby follows. And 369 on the flank means that Leave has to leave. It's not going to end the game. Oh my days. How does it not end the game? Surely you could just run through mid. Instead, they'll turn for the Elder. And Jackie being dead, I guess, is just too much of a risk. I'll take Elder and reset for Baron. Cream out.
And now you've burned so many of your defensive tools. Leave no flash as 369 is running at him. Crisp runs at him too. 369 picks that one up. Jackie goes gold. How did he end up dying? I didn't see. Seemed to flash away. Seemed to be doing well. And then Shanji just runs at him. Woo! Soul Furnace damage at that point. Bit much. Elder, though, secured GA now for Jackie Love, who sold off his Crypt Bloom for some safety. 3 GAs. 369, Kanavi, and Jackie, all with the GAs. It's got that upgraded ward item, does PP got? I forget the name of it. Key at this point in the game. Nice to have some control wards when you wouldn't normally. This game has been fraught, to say the least. Elder, Baron, but into Soul. 46 minutes on the clock. It should be Top Esports winning the comeback here. But I've used should as an operative word for a reason. This is the LPL. And NIP have certainly still got something in them. A good culling, a pick on a Jackie, a pick on a Cream. It looks different. 45 seconds on the Elder. Gonna try and use it to try and get as many of these inhibitors down as possible. Get yourself that minion win condition. The wave clear from NIP. It's not fantastic. Winds of War is not bad. Cream, oh my days. Chunk Low has got teleport. Maybe has to burn it. 369 going to collect this wave. It's tutorial stuff here. Elder for 20 more seconds. Baron for a minute and a half more. Blue buff secured. Cream did TP back in. Pings are coming down. Down towards the inhibitor turrets we go. Jackie, Cream off to one side, looking to find angles with the Void Seekers. The Elder's fallen off. That means NIP in a precarious position, but still in the game. Kanavi, Audacious charging forwards. Decimating Smash. Wind becomes lightning, goes on forwards again, but they're just not taking that much damage, are they? Not yet. With a slow burn, W lands again, but Shanji will shield it with a Soul Furnace. Tangle Barbs land. Kanavi throws down a Crescent Guard. Goes on forwards. The Zeke's convergence slow. It's pretty problematic. Body blocked by the clone. Shanji went forward for that. Kanavi gets knocked up and knocked around. 369 has been taken down to half HP. They've killed off Aki, though. How did 369 take so much damage? It must have been a culling. Shanji, still an absolute bulwark. Minion waves onto the Nexus turrets. Inhibitor turret, therefore, in bot lane is seeded. Shanji, jumped, knocked up, slowed. Kanavi flashes beyond him. There's that 3 Talon Strike knock-up I thought would be there a little earlier. Double knock-up. It's onto the tanks, though. Crisp in danger. Needs to be aware. Gets popped. 2B, knock-up. Tries to ult out, can't. And he dies as well. Shanji now in danger. Slowed down by that smite. Knocked up again. Taken out. Kai'Sa secures it. Cream goes golden. Slides away. Shanji, though, as the zombie doing so much work at 369. Infernal Chain, the zombie. Well, the Sterex gets a decent amount of healing. They will blow up. That one flash on forwards. GA for Jackie Love out of the Aqua Prison. Another one down as Jackie Love's ult on in. Doesn't get the one-man Q, though. That means leave. Still healing. No way. They hold the line. It wasn't a single target Q. It hit some of the minions. I don't really know what to say. Leaves had such a torrid affair in this late game. It's been back and forth and back and forth. Don't blame me for getting dizzy. It starts with a siege onto this final inhibitor turret. It starts with Shanji finally going down. Doombi goes golden. Crisp will die, but they're going to blow up Doombi afterwards, and you're thinking, fine, that'll do. Shanji afterwards gets dropped, and the zombie buys some time. You cool. Time over. They then look to get this inhibitor. Queen backs away. And you go, cool.
We can just play around taking these Nexus turrets, but 369 dying in the way he does means that Leave with the flash double auto gets Cream, who flashes too late. JackeyLove out of the Aqua Prison, sees the angle, W counter with the R, but it's not a single target Q. The problem is the base is in shambles. 3 inhibitors down, 3 of them. And a minute really until any of them respawn. 20 seconds on Elder. Are we playing around the Elder? I think we are. More value. Already pretty high. GA got broken by everyone from Top Esports. They sold them. Death's Dance is in for the Aatrox, in for the Shinzao. Nash's Tooth and a Death Cap and a Void Staff for JackeyLove. Raw damage for the Kai'Sa. Elder's just going to disappear, isn't it? Gone. Baron in 40 seconds. Do they care for it? Or is Elder and a broken base enough? I think it might be. Flash away from PP God. He gets hit by that. The killer instinct comes flying through, and you know it. He knows it too. 369 knocks one up, flashes away, eats a bit of the culling and has to deal with it. Culling. As the Death Dance damage comes ticking on down. Knavi slowed. Leave very, very scary. Cream still doing a lot of damage now on the late game. Azir. My day, Shanji's just not tanking the way he was. Not to this. The burn. Inhibitors respawning. Do they have to turn back for Baron? I think they feel they do. Oh my days. 51 minutes on the clock. They're going for Baron. They feel like they can't end. There's too much wave clear. 369 had to blow the flash. On to Baron we go. That was a bit of lag in the sound there. Baron secured. This game's still going. Oh, yeah, it is, Mishi. Welcome. Surely they can end it. I'm hearing Zhonya's noises. Every wave shove now. Elder for a minute. Baron for 2.5. If they can't end it here, Top Esports, I just don't know what will. Nexus turrets have respawned. They're not as strong as they were. Reminder, the respawns just aren't the same. Leave still very threatening though. Shanji doing his best to step on forwards. Needs to be wary. Pop Blossom! Chris! Finds 3! Jackie over to the backside. Aki trying to flow full contact. Jackie dangerously low. Taken out. They've lost 2! Leave survives! He survives again! Top Esports cannot, with Elder, with Baron, with everything broken in the base, find the fight. Not even going to get a single kill with the Elder Dragon. And Ninjas in pajamas may have just done the unthinkable. They're going to march down mid and try to end the game. There is 45 seconds on JackeyLove. I think they might have just ended the game. 5 grubs and a wave. Minions on the Nexus. Could be the only threat away from it. 30 seconds. It's done. It's over. Surely it is over. Ninjas in pajamas. The early game was magnificent. The Lucian looked untouchable, and then Top Esports came back. 2 Elders, 2 Barons, a bare Nexus, and still they lose. Are you not entertained?
I don't like it for NIP. They have a bit of a nuke. But what happens if Pantheon builds Merc Treads and puts up an E? You know, survives through the Leona CC. I don't know. I'm not loving it. NIP, hoping they can survive the early game onslaught of 5 champions which bash you around the head in the first few levels of the game. Come online even more at level 6. And then towards, you know, the 1 and 2 item spikes. That's where they peak the hardest, really. NIP, they want to get to 2 to, well, hopefully 3 items. They'll see if they can get some odd picks around the map. If you do slip up and you give a reset through, maybe there's a skirmish angle to be had from NIP, but they have to prove this.
欢迎来到英雄联盟。敌军还有30秒到达战场，免费。
Oh, the acoustics in Shenzhen are just beautiful, aren't they? Crowd comes alive for our last game of the day. There's a Brawn passive and a charm, and Leave is forced to flash. They're flashing at a turret. How many turret shots can they take? Turns out, enough. The gyros ring out, and just as they finish, Leave exits stage right, dead for the first kill of the game. That being said, what have you lost for that? E-Star on Cream Flash lost. I suppose Aurora's not the most bullying laner, but still not the real trade you wanted to... Well, not good for your early lane. Leave loses his flash. Now, that is a problem. Because the Ziggs has now lost the flash, and you have double summoners available for both members of top east and spot lane. So if you flash forward as the Braum, easy passive. Same kind of thing with the Ashe. There's an opening here now for top esports. And I wonder whether... Kanavi's not been the guy to really focus on lanes like that in the very first clear or two, has he? And that's been one of our big issues with top esports. I wonder if there's a level 2 into flash onto Leave angle available. I'm afraid for Leave. I'm afraid for him. Missed out the volley at the first bit in the Q. Good Q through the way from Leave 2. Again, thank you so much for the support in all of the channels that we're live on. Makes an awful lot of difference. Well, the LPL is not found itself a home with an official broadcast. Supporting any of the LPL streamers you like is hella important right now. Level 2 for both bot lanes. HP advantage there for Leave and PP got, actually. Especially since it's Jackalope the one losing HP. Cream hits level 2 now. Losing out that push early because, you know, started that charm early on. I'll execute Trey from doing me. He's played pretty well on the Aurora throughout this split. NIP need to survive early game. The less the top esports can do early, the better. Do I think LPL can turn it around next year with the broadcast? Hard to figure out, isn't it? It's a case of economics and a bunch of other things. The question of co-streaming and the value it brings. Oh, that's a good satchel. That's a great Zenith Blade. Cleanse comes through. Stops the ignite. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. No flash on Leave. There is for PP God. I don't know whether he can flash forward for the damage, and indeed, he can't. Jackalope and Crisp, you should be winning this lane. Fantastic satchel, fantastic Zenith Blade coming through. How the hell do they lose 2 summoners like that from an opportunistic scenario? Yes, the animal girls are fighting in mid lane. Yes, that historic battle of Fox versus Bunny. Definitely not an even fight there in nature, I will say. Aki taking that bot side scuttle. The fact that this bot lane has gone so much better for NIP than it should is a big changer in this early game. Flash blown early onto Leave. How the heck do they manage to get ahead in terms of that goal, get that cleanse and the heal out so easily? That's not something that should be happening at top esports. Do you think NIP outscales? I feel like they should be. I feel like they should be able to, just because Ornn is so. I mean, you do have Braum into Ornn. But Braum is just so ridiculously annoying to deal with, and if you use the Braum shield on the Ornn, I feel like the Braum dies and you can reset with the Viego. I'm not going to say it's like hard outscale, but NIP do need to survive early. And they do have an Ornn going later into the game. That's the logic, right? Also, I do think that NIP, they outscale quite well. I think their engage is better. You can get a Mikhail's well, not that Leona goes towards it, but you can potentially block out the Ashe arrow with something like the Ornn W. Yeah, you know, feels like it's easier to dodge something like that. That's their big engage, the Ashe arrow. Tracy's starting pushing in topside. Shanji picking up decent farm though. Kanavi coming bot side. Remember, there's no flash on Leave. This is a problem. This is what they should have done before, but it's an awesome satchel. Is enough. Kanavi didn't have the empowered W to instant stack that Brawl passive. Do they have enough damage? Yes, they do. Top esports finally managed to punish that summoner being down on Leave. This is what they needed to do from that level 1. Kanavi finally makes his way bot side and punishes Leave. He'll be able to teleport in towards bot side, which means he doesn't lose that much farm though. Bit of an issue. I'd love to deny as much of that as possible. Bonus to Kanavi taking a while to get down towards bot side is that he can stop Aki from getting a good cross map. The Wolves have now respawned. Aki not going to be able to steal them. Has that potential of Flash W coming through. Ult 3 from Derby. No level 6 from Cream. Great charm to survive. Does he flash away? A lot of damage coming onto him. Holds his discipline. I was about to say, could he flash away? Didn't have that flash, of course. My mistake. Of course, that happened in that level 1. Aki and Doomby throw an ultimate forwards from that Aurora. Not able to capitalize on anything particularly much there, though. Cream has level 6 now. That was their window. They miss it. Wait a minute, I thought the match was over. Yeah, a lot of people did there, MacMain. A lot of people did. And, yeah. Hasn't happened out that way, has it? Grub started up on that first spawn. Dragon on the other side of the map for NIP. Their current object of desire on the bot side. 369 goes past that last tick of the W, means he doesn't get the Brettle onto him. Gez does get that cannon. Good job. Active will smite, get some honey fruit, go back on his merry way. Objective traded. Top esports, remember, the aim of the game for top esports, you have a Renekton bully lane, you have Ahri Pantheon early game combination, you have an Ashe Braum early lane 2 to leverage. They should be coming online around this, well, they have a good early lane, and they really come online around level 6, first item. NIP, their job is much like Lone Wolf, the last mission of Halo Reach. Mission objective, survive. I've got the railgun. Not the railgun. I've got the mag cannon. That's the one. Railgun's the other one. Technically, it is a railgun, but anyway. Halo lore aside. Cream a little bit down in XP. Yeah. Let's come from the early lane, I suppose. There is a level 6 from Kanavi. Shanji does have ult. This is what you do as the Renekton versus tank lanes. Oh, ult pulled out by Shanji now. There is a Dominus. Does he get the full kill? Pulls it early just to make sure that Shanji doesn't have as much damage. Wants to get himself around to that next empowered ability and does so. Shanji unable to force through to a kill. Ult for ult traded. Trying to see there, 369, whether there'll be any disrespect from 369. Not to be. 369 makes it out safely and does get that Demolish proc on tower, which helps him get the plate. Oh, now that's a bit of a problem. Empowered W comes through. But then things dissipate. Aki on the top side. Could have been there on call. He's the on-call doctor, you know. I feel like every jungler should have a pager like they used to have in hospital. Beep beep. Someone's dying. Come help. Damn stupid jungle diff. Do you think Sivir would have worked better than the Ziggs? There's logic there, you know? I think there's great logic there. I think the Sivir would have been much better. I agree. I think as soon as you see that bot lane, I think you're free to lock in that Sivir. I guess Sivir Leon not always the best duo, but would have been fine. My problem is eventually there's going to be a lot of magic damage on top esports, and Merc Treads are going to completely ruin the game from NIP if they get snowballed on. Now, the Merc Treads against Ornn's magic damage of the Brittle also pretty impactful, you know? Lane swaps coming through. 369 on bot side, picking up that wave. Ashe Braum heading top side. This is where the game gets really dangerous, by the way. First ults of the game are going to start throwing through from Jackulov. And what he's going to be looking to do is come from an unexpected angle. Cream, go for the charm? No. He wants to come from an unexpected angle, throw an arrow out of Fog of War, and really just pile on NIP with the first ults of the game from, you know, Kanavi jumping down with the ultimate. Cream doing the same with ults and charms. A little bit annoyed that it's a lot of ages. Ahri, I feel like you want that extra damage to snowball early. Don't feel like Rod of Ages is good for trying to play through your early power spike in this game. Didn't Peep God go mid lane? Wait, no, it's not. Well, Peep God's mid lane. I was like, oh, there's a mage mid lane. And I realized it wasn't the Ziggs. You tell I'm not completely locked in just yet. Gotta lock in, folks. Gotta lock in. The only saving grace of NIP is item upgrade. Yeah, if you go late enough, NIP will get a lot of value. Of course they will. You've got an Ornn. Ziggs wave clear can help them reach that point. Technically, Aurora wave clear can too. Cream has the, oh, this is going to be interesting for Cream, by the way. You have the triple tonic, which means that once he reaches level 9, gets an extra skill point. You go to the Rod of Ages, you get yourself an extra skill point from that too. So you get to level up. With both of them, actually. Can, multiple ability level ups beyond the curve. Haven't seen that tech always. Kanavi off of vision. Lots of pings around the map. Shanji walking away from... This is one of the most dangerous points to be in against an Ornn. Ornn can walk down just into the lip of river here. The mouth of the river. And throw his ult down, which is why Crisp and JackeyLove want to contest here before Shanji pulls out the ult. And now the problem is they've been corralled into a pretty big point. Do they pull the Ornn ult? But multiple flashes coming through. Shanji, where is the call? The Forge God afraid of the Braum door, maybe. Because they haven't pulled that through, it feels like NIP just haven't been able to commit to the fight. The resets come through. 2 have fallen and no reset came through. The Viego hit the ground. The Ornn ult comes in now, of all times. The door was held for that moment, and NIP... They start writing a check they can't cash in. Shanji gets charmed, gets stunned up under turret, and it is all 5 members hitting the ground on the top side of the map. Or rather, besides Leave, he wasn't even there. Top Esports, huge play for them. Zigzags will clear the wave, but this is exactly what Top Esports wanted. The early snowball, the early gold in pocket. NIP, give them a fight before they're ready to take that kind of brawl. Huge Braum value in that fight. I do wonder whether Shanji could have found, well, they could have found a way to open up more damage onto that Braum. What happens here? Crisp and Jackie go to contest Shanji. Crisp holds onto the door this entire time. That is the play. That is the play. If the Braum holds onto the door, it becomes very, very difficult to play through the Ornn ultimate there at this point in the game. Later on, when you have so much damage, the Ornn ult blowing the Braum shield is actually valuable in its own right. Dragon's taken that. Just hang on a second, dude. He's been wrapped around on bot side as we watch towards that replay. No, ain't that an issue? No ultimate. We'll go down. JackeyLove takes the kill. First kill of the game for him. 1-0-6. NIP, their goal was survive the early game. Their mission is on the brink of failure here. Huge topside advantage. There's 1,000 gold lead for Crisp as well, by the way. That Braum's got bank. Should have picked the Crime City Braum skin. Map hacks from JackeyLove across the map. Spot out Aki on the top side there, potentially. I'll spot the red buff's gone. I'll see that now. Kanavi will finally go back towards the grubs. I think what NIP were really looking for in that last fight was a misposition to allow Shanji to walk down just into the mouth of the river, get that ultimate, potentially while Crisp is out of position or a carry's too far away from the shield. Didn't happen, of course. NIP forced a fight that they just weren't ready for. They weren't ready for that kind of fight. Flash away from Ziggs as JackeyLove pulled that ult. Nice to take away that kind of summoner. This is important. Now, Harold was asking me about this a little while ago. These kind of ults, the Ash Arrow we just saw there, countered by that the Leona ult there, they are happening with 3.5 minutes on the next Dragon fight, 2.5 minutes on the next Herald. The Flash will not be available. I believe the cleanse, is 180 second cooldown? Won't be available for the Herald either. That is the kind of play which is very important to play. To play around those cooldowns being down. That's why you throw the ultimates there, so they won't have that ultimate up for that big fight. Oh, Pantheon ult coming in. Leave just use that flash. And well, wouldn't you know it? There's nothing available to escape. Leave. Not even going to get the ult out of Cream. Gets himself 6 Dark Seal stacks total. Top Esports punishing this Ziggs pick. Was worried about it in terms of magic damage overload for NIP. Now we have to be just worried about it because it can't bloody survive. Pings around the map. JackeyLove has no flash. Both these teams trying to focus onto carries without those summoners doing B. Could just bunny hop forwards. Does with the W. Gets the slow from the ultimate. Hops over. And JackeyLove is going to get eradicated. Killer Bunny Rabbit strikes. Both of these teams in the last minute showcasing one of my favorite skill sets in the LPL. Cooldown economy. You make sure that you take away important summoners from carries when at all possible. If you can do that for free, you punish it as much as possible. So both carries getting punished from that bot lane roll. NIP, not completely out of spark just yet. Early game is very hard for them. The charm goes wide. Still a big gold lead for top esports, man, isn't it? 30 seconds till Herald. 6 grubs for top esports. NIP would have loved to get a couple of grubs, get Herald, use that to push with the Ziggs. That's a huge point of that champion, particularly from the bot lane role. So you move him around the map. Use that extra teleport you have to get access to towers, you know? So you're not going to get a good, stable early lane from Ziggs. 0 and 3. Not going to be able to get a Herald push or any Ziggs grubs push. That's another win condition kind of removed as well. NIP is starting to clutch at stores now, you'd imagine. Not easy to walk up and get everything. 369 will get himself the healing Q. Didn't get the debuff onto him either, because the Bramble Vest was not applied to him. Knockup misses. Aki's on the top side of the rift. Knive will spot him out. They will dissipate. Peep got hit too. There is now Shower if Top East just want to throw a big ult. Herald is spawning. Again, and Top East really don't want Shanji to be here in the mouth of the river. 369 trying to take as much HP away from him as possible, and the arrow nails Aki. Brawl comes through, and Aki does flash, but I just don't think it's enough. Oh, it's a flash worse than the movie. PP God will go down shortly after. The upstanding fellow brought low a little bit there. How embarrassing. NIP losing 2 very quickly and a third after that, and the tower. Top esports. This game has gone from good to great in the blink of an eye. Yes, Lee will be able to push in. Did manage to take that mid lane out of turret. Will go down to maybe get some damage onto that mid lane inner as well. NIP not achieving their goal of surviving early game though. Oh, and a recall stopped as well. Kanavi gets that empowered stun. Walks forwards again. Misses the empowered Q. Will back up from turret. Flashes out. Has himself a Sundered Sky, but will not be able to heal before the Ignite comes down. PP God will at least avenge his bot lane teammates. You like the DC Extended Universe dig there? Like, I'm sorry. That Flash movie was really bad. Dragon up and available now. Kanavi dead, of course. I mean, teleports in from NIP. I guess they want to rush this dragon and get the hell out. They have one dragon, get towards a second, maybe force a soul win condition later. Jekyll have no ultimate. 369 does have his now. Ari, no Spirit Rush either. So even though there are no ultimates, Top East was feeling confident they can walk up. Solar Flare available for NIP. Leaves come back in now with the extra teleport available. Kanavi no ultimate. Use that in the mid lane play. Ash Arrow up now as a Spirit Rush. Yeah, I think you can make a play now. That's a bit of a problem. They should know that that ward's over the wall. Jackal, they're going to... oh, hang on a second. What's happening now? Ult pulled out from Creep. Kanavi is here, and that means the Smite is available too. The Ash Arrow comes through, and the fight starts very poorly from NIP. They can't look for a reset, one of their big ring conditions, because the Viego dies again. Flash away from the charm, much needed. 15-2 in 18 minutes of play. Top Esports lock in early game lanes. Have bashed NIP over the head with them with 6 grubs. They'll open up another outer turret. NIP, they can't contest Top Esports from this kind of timestamp with this kind of gold lead. So Shanji tries to block open the front line a little bit, but he just misses out on the CC. Most of his combos down at that point. Brawn passive comes through, chain CC afterwards. The Ornn has failed to do that front line job. No ultimate available for that, because he just chain CC'd after headbutting the wall. Don't be losing his flash as well. That's kind of insult to injury. Won't have that for another play if you're looking for a comeback. 7,000 gold at 19 minutes. Didn't Nymaera tell you? That's inflation, isn't it? Back in my day. I say that. Actually, gold leads used to be much more back in the day. Gold just isn't the same as it used to be, folks. 2 items now hit for Top Esports. The gold lead is so big. We have 2 items to 1.5 on every member. In every role. Top is huge, huge snowball effects. Harold's getting started up. And Top Esports, they can force fights forever. You know, there's no Mikhails on NIP. Leona's not a good builder of that. Yeah, Aki can ult backwards. Shanji can W. I don't think it's enough. I just don't think it's enough. Cream has a fully stacked Rod of Ages. Has... ah, and that's the arrow. Satchel comes out late. Empowered everything coming out for 369. This might be a bit far, actually. Okay, we said, oh, they can start fights for free. Yeah, well, maybe with more than one person. 369 goes 1v4. He loses his life. Kanavi gets a Bronson onto him too, and the fight starts again. Where is the reset of the fight? Ari flies in and takes some names. Yeah, in the battle of Fox versus Bunnies, we know which one normally comes out on top there. Funnily enough, Toomey's the one to make it out alive. The turret goes down. Jackie misses the headbutt on the wall. Charm across the play too. Toomey will claim one back, but NIP once again learning that they can't fight top esports in this kind of gold deficits. NIP bringing it to a 3-game series, but sadly for them in Group Ascent, it has been a tale of tragic 3-game series. You know, their JDG series kind of was a bit of a schooling onto them in their first foray into the Ascend. 2 and 4. I don't think NIP are a bad team. I think they've just gone up against very good teams. And seeing the difference between good and great here. Cream, great triple Q across the team. Takes a lot of tower shots. Of course, towers do a lot of damage. If they just finished it, waited a little later, waited a little longer, taking the tower, maybe they could have gone for a bit more of an aggressive play. Cream ends up dying by getting hit by that 2-fold hex. Knows he's going to die as soon as that Q goes over. Going to be a good snipe out there at least. Then we go back into live 30's time. Once again, taking a outnumbered play. Cream flying in again. Does have the ultimate. There is an Ash arrow to fire across the map as well. Does swing and a miss though on that. Chris coming back up. Flash away from Shanji. Ultimate now available for the All-No, and the shield is down. Chris used it to get through that minefield. Can they get themselves a pick off this? No, they can't, because he has a stand behind me as well. Brief window shown by Top Esports, but not capitalized on by NIP. $369, buddy, you've just used your Dominus. You've just been in a 1v4. Use your Dominus in a 1v2 after. Goes down so easily. My dude, maybe, lay off the hard plays a little bit. Does now leave a bit of a reprieve for the next minute or so for NIP before 369 gets back out onto the... Oh, I suppose he has the teleports to less than that. Atakan up and available. Do NIP head towards it? Can they force it within 20 seconds? Not bad damage from Cream. Has himself the 2-item core of the Rod of Ages Leandries. They can't force an Atakan play in this window, though. Getting singular picks is not good enough for NIP at this point. 3,000 gold in Kanavi, and Cream doing, by the way, the absolutely correct thing on Ari. Has built the Magi Soul Stealer. You always want to get that as early into the game as possible. 5 stacks on it. Gets one good fight now with just assists. You can start getting up towards that 10 stacks where the item starts to pay its back dividends. Charm, Electrocute. Good combo there. Just forcing NIP slowly out from that side of the map, and while all this is happening, top people start up the Atakan. Kill it very easily. And as we said, NIP, it's not enough for them to get singular picks. Lose another big objective. Don't give a good fight. Maybe afraid to fight without the Call of the Forge God. Would be understandable. NIP lose even more. 8-1 and 8 in the jungle for Kanavi. Pantheon. Yeah, Pantheon can sort of carry these fights, by the way. And there's no AD carry to clean up with onto the enemy team for NIP. If you look at both these teams, you ask, okay, who can actually carry a fight? I think Ari Resets can. Ash obviously can. I think that the Pantheon absolutely can do from this gold lead too. On the other side, NIP. It's kind of hard to say that, especially with such a neutral objective advantage going over to the side of Top Esports. Leave with 2 items does decent damage. Hard for him to really pseudo carry though. Do you really need Viego to carry? Is Viego your win conditioners? That's it. Hard to play around. That shield comes up. Can they block him back? Chris a little bit far out. Soulflare sadly not getting the most value. This is so many ultimates onto the Brawn, but why is he so far away from the rest of his team? Crisp, 369, both of them leaving themselves out to be picked off. Herald is summoned into bot side. This is a 6 grub Herald as well. Now, can Top Esports strike with all the ultimates down? Again, Top Esports, one of our teams that does use cooldown economy well. They use the fact that your ultimates are down to achieve something elsewhere on the map. They take that bot lane in a turret. Can they achieve anything else? With Baron spawning in 20 seconds, that would be seemingly the objective which Top Esports want to go towards. You're not going to have the Heartbreaker, Between Worlds, Solar Flare, or... Hang on a second, I can use to be careful here. Flashes away from that ultimate. Pantheon coming through now as well, and there's a flash available for Kanavi, but the E hits the wall. And Aki will go invisible, so Kanavi doesn't want to flash forward. Potentially into the arms of another teammate of NIP. Baron, available. Do you just start this up? I think you've started this up on cooldown. I think you should. No big ultimates available from NIP. Cooldowns are in your favor. Go towards it. Go towards it. Bring Jackalove over. They pushed over their waves. No big ultimates available for NIP. This should be an easy Baron start from Top Esports. Wanting to control another wave, though, potentially. Not allow NIP outside their side of the map. Oh, 9,000 gold down, NIP. They gave themselves a mission to survive early game. Mission failed, I think. Mission failed. World of Ages on the Aurora. Makes it, hang on a second. Shane needs to be a little bit careful here. Strong gonna land. It is. Decent damage. Ari really does need a Leandries to damage tanks. Whether that's the Mulligan's Leandries or the World of Ages definitely changes, right? Very surprised that top piece didn't go straight towards that Baron with so many ultimates down from NIP. I think with the, you know, a lot of the ultimates down, doesn't even matter that the Braum is dead. Force NIP out of position. Maybe look for a plane. Another good charm. Yeah, Leandries damage is good. 2/3 the HP down. No real magic resist to speak of on Shanji. He'll have to recall. And Toppies will choose to play things slow. Clear out vision, push out bot side with your 6 grubs. You can cross map very well with 6 grubs. Of course you can. Kill post very, very quickly. Toppies was not making the killer blow I thought they would do. Not right there. Still only 9,000 gold behind and 20 battles. Yeah, we'll count that as a positive, right? Look, Shanji has started to give some item upgrades to his teammates now, at least. Rod of Ages, Leandries. Surprised that those are the items upgraded, rather than something like that Void Staff for just raw AP. I think you'd want the damage over the HP, wouldn't you? That's a lot of pings. That is very noisy, Kanavi. Level 16. Oh, PV God goes forward, but this is the problem of having a full magic damage team. The Mertres may get a lot of value. Kanavi has so much ability to turn things around. 369 gets the flank, and finally NIP have overforced. The Call of the Forge God looking a little bit fake there. Call out a Call of the Forgery God. Not able to get the value he wants to. Yes, Kanavi will die, but NIP will give up every last soul for the Gladiator. Top esports with 6 grubs may well just end the game now. No Baron needed. 27 minutes. It's almost half the length of our last one. NIP had a mission. Survived the early game. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. As Top esports show up in game 3. Put the series to rest in Shenzhen.